All right, everybody, welcome to Overshadowed, the only podcast about the siblings and spouses of famous people. I'm Zach.
I'm Charles.
And last week we covered A.D. King, and it was kind of hard to make jokes. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah,
I was
tough.
going through the editing. We recorded for about 2.5 hours. The episode's about an hour 10.
We felt it in the episode too.
Thought it was going to be a hot ep, and I think it was pretty informative. But
yeah, we'll boost it up. It's nice that we just got stuff about our black brothers out there, though.
I could feel we're going down a similar route this
episode.
episode.
No, it's good. So we're back. We did a little. We did a history episode last couple of weeks ago. It was a little hard to do it. We just need 2 cooks in the kitchen is really what we're finding out, because that's when our juju gets boiling. And we're here again this
We could
week.
hardly get to a simmer last week.
Yeah, that was tough.
That was tough.
It's like when you have the pot on the stove for a while and you're like, it should be boiling. Then you're like, the burner's not even on. Babe, I'm going to be late to the airport.
And the burner Sean,
Yeah.
who dropped my camera.
He didn't even get the camera focused. He dropped it. It's funny when
it.
somebody drops a camera because you know you've just insured yourself for 10 to 15 roasts.
Oh, yeah. You've signed up. How you been? How was your day today? I had a pretty good day. It was sunny outside. I went out for a bike ride. I picked up the keys. We're in Nathan's apartment right now. All right. What's going on? What's going on?
This is strong. What is this?
I think it's
This
gasoline.
camel piss with vinegar?
Mm-hmm.
My day is brutal. My boss is gone, so I have to directly deal with my big boss. So she just emails me all day long.
How tall is she?
She is 8'2".
Whoa.
She's actually she is 4'1", but she has a shadow. It's like the Wizard of Oz. Big things projected.
Mm-hmm.
But my day is right now.
She's just standing close to the light.
Yeah.
so people see her coming.
So I'm in sleep debt. I have an app that tracks my sleep. I'm 12 hours in debt.
Yikes! What's the interest rate on that?
2.5.
Cheap.
It's tough. And a wet dream cost me.
Oh no!
Not gonna,
Double mortgage my wet dreams.
yeah, you had to take out a loan for a wet ski.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I call them. Take my jet ski.
I've been having a lot of dry dreams recently.
Really?
Yeah, I'm disappointed.
I got 3 wet a week.
Really?
Yeah. No, I wish. I haven't had a wet one in a while. I'd say a decade.
I haven't either.
I used to. You ever get to this point with a wet dream? I would wake up. I used to have so many wet dreams that I could notice it in the dream, wake up and clench so I didn't explode.
Holy crap!
I'd be like,
Where did you train? That's some
Beijing
monk level control.
It was crazy. I went through a phase in high school where I had like 4 a week minimum.
You mastered all the chakras.
All the chakras.
Yeah.
And I got to the point where I knew it would be. I would self-actualize in the dream and go, "I'm not in the Bahamas.
I'm about to."
It's really hard to do. And
Yeah, I bet.
It was very strange.
Sounds almost medically unsafe.
Yeah, I went through a damp period of life.
It's like trying to keep your eyes open while you're sneezing.
Yeah, it's doable, but it's gonna lose a couple of brain cells.
Yeah.
How many? Did you ever have a period like that? Because I've never met anybody who had a streak
I haven't
like
gotten
mine.
my period yet.
Oh,
but,
okay.
I'm hoping one day I'll become a real woman.
Your day was good. You went outside.
You're gonna pivot from the wet dream
Well,
question?
if you have more wet dream stuff, I'll talk about them all day.
I know you will. I only had a few ever in my life.
Do you remember what the dreams were?
No.
I remember a couple of them.
Really?
First one I think I ever had is I had not had sex yet, and
You looked into the space like you were channeling it.
I was trying to. I'd start coming.
Uh-huh.
I lost the skill. I was about to
Takes practice.
I was gonna have sex with Sandra Oh from Grey's Anatomy.
You the Asian lady?
Yeah.
Oh, good guess. Me?
Yeah, that is
When you don't have a third guy here, it's tough.
tough to
have somebody, because you're telling the story and then someone needs to compliment me. But if you're telling the story, it has to be me.
Nice. You have to lay up. No, you miss Sean now, don't you,
I
kid?
got to alley-oop myself.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, I'll never miss Sean.
Yeah, I was about to bang Sandra Oh, and I remember I went to put it in, but my brain didn't know what a vagina felt like, so it made it cold.
Whoa.
It goes, it's either hot or cold.
Like
and I'm choosing
melon? Like a cantaloupe?
I just remember I didn't get to the gates. I just remember like getting close to the vag, and I remember feeling cold.
Wow.
And then I jizzed, and then my second one was I was in an anime.
So even though you were ostensibly fucking what felt like a corpse, you came immediately?
yeah,
Cool.
it's actually better. It turns out.
Yeah.
It's like beef tartare. It's a delicacy.
You taste all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the flavors come out. Well, I don't know if I want to hear the next one.
Next one, I was in an anime. I was animated.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I remember I was falling from the sky.
Paper
and I
Mario?
jizzed. No, it was like a
You were
Japanese.
falling from the sky.
I remember I was falling from the sky in like a dramatic anime fashion, and I jizzed. That was a decent noise.
I've been watching a lot of anime.
Yeah, bad anime, right?
No, good anime. I
Okay.
changed it up. Nick turned me on to some good anime.
What's it called?
Attack on Titan. You know when you find a new show and you're just like so excited? So that kind of got me out of like a schlump, which is so lame. It's like I found a new show, a new lease on life. It's sunny outside. I don't need to kill myself today.
All right, hit me with the story here. What do you want to jump into?
Hit you with a story. Well, we could. I'd kind of like to talk about the apartment.
I can tell you about the apartment in the beginning. So the way they contacted me is in a way that seemed like a scam.
Well, hold on, lay the table here. Set up what's going on.
So
here.
what Zach and I about a week or two ago, we did a comedy show at a rich 22-year-old's gigantic apartment.
Private event.
Yeah, we did a private event, which means we did comedy in the living room of a 22-year-old's birthday party in Kips Bay.
Is that where it was?
Yeah, it was in Kips Bay.
Oh, I thought it was like Murray Hill or whatever. It's similar.
Oh, maybe it was Murray Hill.
Do you know how much they pay? I asked.
Yeah, you found out right for their apartment.
Yeah, I think it's $12,000 a month. And the way the birthday girl was like, which it's like that's not bad for New York.
So funny.
I'm like, oh, you add for New York and it's just okay.
Yeah, you're right.
That your dad, owns a reserve of oil.
It was funny because they were trying to relate to things. Like, thankfully, this is so cheap. They were talking about the apartment. I was like,
right,
yeah.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, I got my dog. I only spent like $2,500 on my dog. And I was like, man, what was that thing, free?
The Redwood Spiral Staircase was an easy $15,000.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Smooth.
A lot of children had to make that, but
yeah,
it's cheap. We can afford it.
One kid per stair.
It's tough.
It actually turned out to be a pretty great show.
It was great for you. I was sweating.
I was gonna say, let's.
I was dying.
Yeah, I don't think you were dying, but let's talk about kind of what we walked in on at first, because like.
Well, I want to tell you how they even contacted me at the beginning.
Sure, yeah, tell me that.
Because the way they contacted me was a way that seemed like a scam. I was on my phone, and then every now and then you'll get a scam text from somebody trying to steal money from you that says like, hey, I'm doing a private party. Do you want to do it? And then a comedian
send me
will
your
be
routing number.
Yeah, it's just all you got to do is send me your social, birth certificate, routing number, and one finger. And you can. And every comedian's so hungry for stage time. They're like, sure.
Yeah.
So when someone texts me with one of those scams, I always go, eat my fucking dick, you loser. FaceTime me right now, bitch. Because I'm like, show me your face, Russia.
Did you open with eat my dick, you fucking loser?
I said, hey, buddy, why don't you FaceTime me right now, you little bitch. Okay. And then they go, what the? They said something like, really? And I was like, yeah, boy.
B-O-I-A.
Yeah, boy. And then I sent a bunch of pics of me in blackface. And so then I'm...
well, that's probably helping them, the scammers, at this point. Like, oh, great. Actually, this is better.
It hasn't come back to bite me yet. I'll tell you that. And where's my whiskey?
So you don't need any more whiskey, dude. Not because you have a problem. I mean, you do, but it's not with this mouth. It's with that one. It's with your southern mouth. It's aching.
Lower mouth Hatton.
Know about that one.
Lower backside.
You're stretching. You're reaching.
My asshole's stretching out right now from that whiskey.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm on that.
All your thoughts are going towards repairing your asshole right now.
So I got this text. I'm in my bedroom, and then I'm like, Heather comes in, and she gets mad because I always like to play with these scammers. It's like, let me just get a couple of texts off, and then they block me, and then I do get and then they start FaceTiming me.
Right.
And I was like, oh shit,
touche.
Yeah, I was freaking out. I didn't have any makeup on, and then and then I answer to just the view of when people are looking down.
It's intimidating.
It's like in Toy Story when all the little things and all those little aliens and they're like, the climb. You just see their heads looking down. And it's like 3 above the nose 20-year-old looking girls.
Above the nose bimbos.
Yeah, above the nose over the pants hand jobs from an above the nose bimbo. My first summer at home.
It's the small things in life.
Yeah.
It's the simple things.
Small things.
Small pleasures.
So
that's all the permutations, I think.
So I answer the call, and I'm kind of like bewildered, and I'm like, hey. And then they're like, we're serious. And I was like, no, what are you, like 16? You're trying to play a prank on me? Like, we're 25. And I was like, no, you're not.
Wow, so you're really not believing this.
No, of course not, especially when it's 3 ladies, and they won't even show their lips.
And you're nobody.
Yeah, exactly. And now you're contacting me.
That's the biggest part of the scam.
Yeah,
it's like, why are you contacting me?
Please don't.
Obviously, a scam.
I said
no one wants me to do anything.
You stupid bitch. You think I'm worth something? You think I believe in myself?
That's how I know you're an idiot. Why would you think?
Yeah, you think I'm dumb enough?
You think I would ever be picked
To do a private show?
For some kind of, what is it called? A gig? I don't even know.
I do 15 of my own shows.
You got
hate
the
it
wrong
and leave,
guy.
Kid.
Let
me live my life.
We lure foreigners in, tourists, with pizza. We bomb for 15, then we go home, wait till the next Tuesday.
I lead a simple life, okay?
That's my simple plan.
And anyway, they're like, yeah, I was like, if this is real, send me the details. They do send me the details. And then they're like, by the way, we're 25, 26. And I was like, that is 100% a lie. They
also
go
weird detail.
Exactly, because you know that's a lie because they go give them two options. We're 25/26. Okay.
They're not going to believe everybody's 26.
Somebody who's clinging to the I'm almost 26, and then they're like 22.
Isn't it funny when you press someone that oh well my birthday's in? It's like I don't know. I actually just changed my own opinion. I think that makes sense.
To be like I'm 20.
But if somebody asks you, they go, "Oh, you're 26." Don't fold and be like, "No, I'm 25." But my thing, you know?
Yeah. One time I did that. I tell you, I did that at a carnival once. You know how like grade schools will put on like you must
be this old to ride.
No, like a grade school would do like
legally 18. I can't touch you. And this is one where we touch you. It's the touchy feely ghost.
Go in the bouncy house and then we touch you. In the bouncy house.
Yep.
Like the grade school would put on like a carnival event, but it was like bouncy houses and like blow up things that were like all on the field. And I went there in 7th grade, and then some guy who was like running the bouncy house, he looked at me and he goes, "Oh, you work here, right?" And I go, "Yes, I do." And then he put me in charge of the bouncy house.
What?
So he thought I showed up.
Commandeered a bouncy house?
He thought I showed up for my shift.
Yeah.
Because all the people that were there were like 4th and 5th grade, and I went because my younger brother was there.
How old were you?
But I'm like in 7th grade.
Oh.
He's like, this kid can't be here for the fun.
Right.
And he goes, you must be here for the shift. And I go, mm-hmm. And then I was in charge of
You're
the...
too old to trick or treat. Get in the house, start giving out
kid.
candy.
Yeah.
Switch sides.
And I looked at my friend.
You sneak in there?
Well, I took man of the
You Tom
tickets.
Sawyer him? You're like, hey, you're going to want to watch this bouncy house. It's the best job in the carnival. Paint it white, baby. I got to bounce.
All the kids you could see.
Start beating the shit out of all the kids.
What's he doing?
You zip it up, lock it. And the name of the Engles. And then you plant a flag, pop it, suffocate yourself. I didn't think this through.
It was weird. He never said anything. I guess he just always wanted to do this. This is when practice meets opportunity.
He didn't even write a manifesto. He never talked about wanting to be king of anything.
So then what we did is I was there with my friend, and I looked at him like, you know what to do. And every kid that gave us a ticket, we kept. So we had like 300 tickets, and then we went and got a bunch of free food.
Oh, shit. Oh,
yeah,
nice.
so we got it gave us access to all the
tickets.
prizes.
I like
and
that.
we got out of there in time because as soon as everybody... There were other people who were manning like the other rides or whatever, and they started to notice like, who's that kid over there? And I was like... We gotta go. I like gave him walkie-talkie to my friend. Get the van started. You know, we got the getaway van going, and we escaped out of there as soon as it like
Just a remote-controlled car.
I saw
just one of the big Hummers, like 4 13-year-olds in it. It's not even moving.
You turn the corner and the wheels go up. Whoa!
You pan back. One of your friends is pushing it. Fuck! Is it in neutral?
A coffee can of tickets goes. Dude, the loot just goes flying. It's like that scene in
All
the.
of you get shot in slow motion by the hall monitor.
I always think of the scene in the town.
Is this a school carnival, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, in the town. I was thinking the town as
where
well.
he sips a soda right before he gets shot.
Yeah.
I'm like, what a cool scene.
Yeah.
I'd do that.
It's a Pepsi ad.
Yeah.
Really.
You got one last thing to do. That'd be funny if they're
and
said
sip the cool, refreshing
somebody
taste
starts
of Pepsi.
jacking off. It's the last thing. Let me come.
Takes a shit, and they're like, interesting choice, but I respect it.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna do
It
it.
does feel good.
Yeah. By the way, one more thing really quick is I did have a cool moment where as soon as we got out of the carnival, I saw the guy who gave me the shift originally, like, see me and be like, no! Like, he realized I wasn't working there. And then I was like, and then I jumped.
Committed seppuku.
Then I jumped into the bouncy house, like, dodging kids, throwing them down, catching them in the air, throwing them back at him.
Just using them as ammo.
Yeah.
To flee.
And then I jumped out of the other side. We got the thing of tickets.
Other side.
Like, you can jump out of a bouncy house.
This wasn't a one-way entrance. I thought you fully trapped yourself.
No. I got out, and then...
okay, but through the wow.
I think there was a back entrance. Like, just I think there needs to be two in
An
a bouncy
employees
house.
only.
You just
bouncy house zipper. Oh, that's only for the big kids. It's bigger than the other one.
And then I remember we got a bunch of Kentucky Fried Chicken for free. at the little buffet they had outside. Like 10 tickets for.
Oh,
and we
wow.
bought it for we called kids around the block.
Oh,
like,
dude.
hey, come on, dude, just scored 500 ticks.
That's
Get
so
some
cool.
Kentucky Fried
Just
shit.
impersonated a carny.
Yeah.
So I'm loaded actually for the moment in tickets.
You guys want to go to Mexico? Hummer's charging right now in the back. It's got a range of 80 miles as long as the controller's within 500 feet.
Yeah, if we hit a rock though, we're screwed.
We're fucked. Really bad.
Any kind of medium-sized stick is really going to throw our plans out of whack.
We made it to Texarkana last time. My dad had to call AAA. Triple RC.
It's just double A.
Yeah.
It's not, you don't need all the A's.
So they say yes. They send me the address. And then they're like, bring somebody else. And I was like, because there was part of me where I was like, I'm going to get murdered. Like, these girls are working for a bigger picture. They're going to whatever.
A bigger comic.
That was,
trying to assassinate
yeah.
promising young comics.
And they say, bring somebody else. I invite you. And then we show up. You can take over at any point if you want. Get a little.
Well, we show up. By the way, we brought our girlfriends.
Yes.
So why'd you bring your girl? Because I think we had different reasons.
I had one. Well, I wanted her to come to experience the apartment.
Yeah.
And also, I felt like maybe she felt a little weird that 3 girls were hitting me up. And I
Sure.
wanted to be like, no, I'm not doing anything. You know.
Molly just wanted something to do. So we went out just, kind of similar of like, let's see what these bitches want.
Yeah.
But
You do going to the apartment, you're like, let's see what these bitches want. Because you're like, I'm not tricked yet. Just so you girls know.
you? Or
That's
the
what
other
I was
girls?
thinking. I was like,
So I was the only
I think
one.
I brought a screwdriver.
I was the
I think I had a screwdriver
to
in my
shank
phone.
them?
Yeah, I did. I brought a mini screwdriver.
Really?
Yeah, if they were gonna fuck me over, I was gonna make sure their glasses never worked again. I was gonna take all the screwdrivers out of them and throw them in their big yard.
Their glasses?
I was making a joke because I brought an eyeglass screwdriver.
Oh, okay, a tiny one. I'm like, wow, you really. What?
Keep it
I
on.
thought you were scratching the lenses.
No, I'm done taking the
I'm
screwdriver.
like, wow, that's really diabolical.
So we get there, we're with the ladies.
Well, they want us to mingle. We walk in
Yeah.
and they're like, grab a drink or whatever. And the show doesn't start. I mean, I get there a little late, like 9:10, 9:15. The show's supposed to start at 9 or set up at 9. And I don't think I checked the video. I don't think you go on. The video of your set is from 11:20. So it's fortunate that we were not. It's fortunate that we're nobodies.
Yes.
Because if that was any other comedian, they'd be like, I got to get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
But we were just like, yeah, I got nothing else going on.
Yeah, I'm here for a weird night, girls.
Yeah.
What's up? This is a good place.
I brought my screwdriver and
Yeah.
open mind.
I'm going to have some of these chocolate-covered pretzels and look at your backyard.
It was so sick. The spread, the alcohol was like top shelf.
Was it?
Yes, it was Bombay Gin and what was the other one? Grey Goose. It's like I had that. My cousin had an open bar at a wedding, and they had the same caliber, and everyone was flipping out. Everyone was like, "Do you believe it? The vodka."
Yeah, that shit was left on the Grey Goose was left on the edge of the counter waiting to fall. They didn't care.
They're like, "Yeah, drink, have fun." And we meet up with the other comic that we're with there, and we're not even like starting to get set up.
No.
We're just getting like,
as soon as you walk in there, you're like, this is going to be
this is gonna take a little.
But you kind of expect that. You're like, I thought this is going to be weird.
Mm-hmm.
And
I had no idea what to expect, so I was kind of happy that they were like, "Yeah, grab a drink, whatever." So we started drinking, and the liquor's good and free, and we're like, "Yeah, I mean, this is also a way to get paid."
Yeah.
as much I can consume.
Yep.
From this place.
Yeah, I was mixing a bunch of their liquids together. I was making mixed drinks back there. I was.
Apple cider whiskey.
I was doing Bombay and chocolate milk. I was living it up.
Orange juice,
And
tonic.
toothpaste.
Even their toilet paper. Did you use that?
I didn't use the toilet paper. You took a dump there?
I took it too. It's not crazy. I don't know why people think taking dumps is some kind of sacred ritual that can only be performed at your residence. That's insane. I don't agree with that. I know people think that. I'll take a dump anywhere. I've taken a dump on multiple occasions on a moving Greyhound bus.
Oh, I've done that.
Okay.
Yeah. If you got to poop on a bus, it just sucks,
It's
though.
so
Pooping on
hard.
because you also gotta.
It's like you're in the Jeep from Jurassic Park. You are bumbling through the jungle.
You gotta put your foot up.
Have you ever honestly peeing's harder?
Peeing's not as hard if you lock in on each side. You gotta.
I
make
know,
sure
but I'm a nervous peer though sometimes. So if I know I have to I'm just trying to pee before I can nap and I have to force it out, then I'm like concentrating on the pee and not going down with the ship.
Dude, wait. Let me tell you. I had a nervous.
The water splashing. You're like, there's white caps.
Also, you gotta control the wand. 'Cause sometimes
Yeah.
it whips
I
like
see a tentacle just
Yeah.
flick out of the ooze down there. It's no good. I mean, pooping on a bus is a harrowing experience.
That's crazy.
But let me tell you, I don't think you were gonna say something.
Oh, I had a nervous moment. I had a Zach Russell pee moment the other day. I had the most nervous pee I've ever had in my life.
Okay.
We went to see a play. Heather and I went to see a play, and then during the bathroom break, it was a smaller theater, so
The
they only
intermission?
yeah, that's the bathroom break.
During pee-pee time.
They
We'll
converted.
be pausing our Tina Turner musical for a brief 15-minute poo-poo break.
They turned the men's bathroom into an all-gender bathroom. So
You're gonna say a rave.
well, it's at a play, so somebody's doing whippets or whatever. What's it called? The butthole one? Poppers.
Poppers.
And
Was that a gay joke? That was a long way to go.
yeah, well,
Okay.
if I knew the thing.
Yeah. I'm like,
So
I don't think whippets and the play mix.
I was hoping that.
What play was it?
I think the one where it was.
You don't even know.
Oh, it was Moulin Rouge, and I had to take a Moulin Rouge, and then I go out there. No, I had to pee, and then I went out to pee, and they had turned the men's restroom into an all-gender restroom because there were so many women that had to pee. So the way they split it up is men take the urinals, and if you need to pee as a girl, you go in the stall. But the stalls, the way the bathroom was set up was you had to walk by all the urinals like a fashion show. There were urinals on either side, and these girls were doing the smelliest catwalk of their lives to the stall.
Yeah.
And then, so because I was
You're
waiting
surrounded.
around. I was waiting around for the girls
Yeah.
to whittle down, and then
An intermission
couldn't.
is a really hard time to poo, actually.
Dude. And then,
That rivals a Greyhound bus.
it just makes you nervous. And then I was like, I don't want to pee
There's
in
so
front of
much
these
pressure.
ladies. So the guy assigns me to a urinal. There's all these hot girls
The
walking.
guy?
There's a security guard. He's like, he's making sure nothing's weird's happening.
One man takes command.
Yeah. It's just one guy,
Yeah.
like a vigilante.
Yeah.
I got this, babe.
I go every week.
Yeah.
This is the most efficient way. I've mapped it out.
And
Every week I go home and I
babe.
think, how could we have done better?
you know why I hang these urinal cakes on the wall? So I can learn.
To remember the good men we lost when the second act started. They missed it because they were waiting to piss. They didn't hear none of that.
Piss So anyway, I get to this urinal. There's ladies walking behind me constantly, and it took me like 5 minutes to pee. I was just staring at the urinal, and I'm so self-conscious being at a urinal while ladies, especially because I'm one of those guys, I take off my pants and lift my shirt up to pee.
Only so when I'm done I can slap my tummy.
That one filled me up.
Good one.
I told that whole story just to get to that punchline, by the way. That was my big.
That was the big closer it worked. You got me.
I said,
you
wanted
got
to-
me, kid.
It's honestly been in the fridge about a week. I said it to somebody a week ago, and I was like, I gotta do this to Zach on the phone. But I was like, I'm gonna save it for the pod because
That's
I always
great.
tell him on the phone,
You do.
and then I always regret it.
Great.
And now we got our first example.
Yep. Of one of those moments that you guys were missing.
So back to the party.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Oh yeah, I guess. Okay, so was Heather anxious? Okay, so we're back to the party.
Okay, so
So
we're
sorry,
back.
we're back. Was Heather anxious at all? Because Molly was anxious. She was like, oh my God, 22, 23-year-olds, like I'm gonna hate myself, because as women age, they hate themselves more, it seems, in comparison to a younger, fresher version of. I don't know. I don't feel that way about younger guys, and I know
I think at a
guys' stock goes
yeah.
up or whatever over time. But
Well, I think there's it's
they
older
just seem
for
like
us.
boys.
I think when we're 40, you're like, all right. Now there's a bunch of hot 30. Like that's maybe. I think I would feel like when there's like the 30-year-old men that are
You
hot.
think women just feel that insecurity faster?
Yeah.
And younger, I mean?
Yes, I do.
Harder?
But also, yeah,
More
harder.
furiously?
Yeah. I don't know if Heather felt like that. If she did, she didn't mention it. But the whole time I was hyping her up about the party, I was like, also, fuck these. We went in with a mindset of like, fuck these people.
Sure.
But
it's funny, Molly went in with the mindset of like, fuck these bitches. Trying to get at my man.
oh, yeah, she came up halfway through. She's like, they're all going to flock to you guys. And then, that is what just happens after a comedy show.
Yeah. So we were just the thing. We were talking.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Were they going to talk to you? You guys were standing in the back.
Yeah. You guys are doing anything. You
Being
guys are
real
bomb
bitches.
cool.
Yeah. But after the first comic set, we had I went up and then everyone started talking. I had the mic and everyone was like chatting and talking about the first comic and getting drinks. And then I think we just did a drink break.
You're
or
just
something?
like, all right, we're going to do a drink. Well, you tried to riff a little bit. You're like, all right. Because you're like, all right, is this going to be my set?
Right.
Just everybody chattering. And
Yeah.
You tried to do some damage control, which...
Did we do a
points.
riff? Did we do a break?
Yeah, there was one drink break. There were 2 drink breaks.
Yeah. So I had the first one. Then they come back and then they're all like buzzed and ready to listen. They know what comedy is. They've experienced it once before. Now, so I got like the prime spot.
Yeah.
And then fun set. And then
Very
I think
fun.
you
It was
have
great to watch.
some footage.
Yours
was really fun because you were like, you had a katana and you're just like flicking shuriken away
Yeah, but
from
I
you.
feel like I was playing
Watched a
Fruit
lot of
Ninja and
anime.
my sword wasn't strong enough. I felt dumb for a
well,
while.
they were throwing watermelons a few times.
They were. I was like,
they had some big coconuts
they were
flying
just,
your way.
the girl. Zach had a great set. I really hope it's all filmed because it made me excited about. I was like, yeah, it was so cool. Just killing in a living room.
Oh, thanks.
I was watching that. I was dying.
I'm gonna quit.
I was. You should, but I mean, send me
Thanks.
that set.
I will.
But I was. Me and
Take
Heather
my
were
jokes.
dying laughing. It was great. I was freaking out. I was like, God, this is gonna be horrible for me because your set was so good. So I was already in the mindset of like, dang, this is gonna be rough for me because my jokes are not. My jokes just. Whew, I was like, my jokes are not that good. And then
I just had a nice spot. Like it was fine.
Jokes
it
are
was
great.
good. It was good.
Jokes
Thank
are
you.
great.
Yeah.
They're great. Take the compliment, you piece of shit.
All right.
So then Zach has a great set, very fun, and the audience, you're like, all right, hell yeah, this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And then same thing happens. They introduce me. They all start talking again, and then we take another drink break.
Long drink break.
Probably like 15.
15.
Probably a 15-minute drink break.
Yeah.
And then I was
I
like,
remember. Yeah, go ahead.
at that moment, I was like, I'm doomed.
Really?
But
Like, so you
didn't-
knew?
I knew I was gonna be
You,
doomed.
you were in a barrel with a little paddle, and you're like, waterfall.
Yeah.
Waterfall.
I knew.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
fall.
That's when I knew I was on death row and my sentence was going to be short. And
Your last meal was a half frozen Tostitos pizza.
so this, let me
He
tell you
had
this.
no
You
time.
didn't. It's funny. Yeah, with some Grey Goose.
Yeah. With some au jus.
Um,
What?
So I go up there. We're taking a long drink break. and
What?
A couple of dude. chill.
Sorry, I'm so hyped up.
One of the guys comes up to me. A guy and a girl at the party. They come up. They're like, "So you gonna roast?" And I was like, "No,
Oh,
no."
I forgot. Yeah, they had time to talk to you.
Yeah, they talked to me for a while. I was like,
Yeah.
this is going to be a really bad set for me because you guys are getting drunk and you're coming up to me. And they go, so who you going to roast? And I was like, I wasn't planning on doing that. And he goes, all right, here's the scoop. That girl over there has fucked everybody here. And on that couch, we all fucking hate them. And I was like, yeah, it's probably not going to be a good thing to bring up. I don't know how that's going to be funny to talk about. And he goes, no. It's like, really? And I was like, in my head, I was like, there's no way I'm going to do that.
Uh-huh.
That would be
Yeah.
complete suicide.
Obviously, I would never.
That's not, you don't know, you're just bringing out, and then show starts. Sorry, I'm trying not to ramble.
No, I'm waiting for it.
The ramble?
No, I'm waiting for the part where you go, yeah, and so I said all that.
Yeah, I did. Well,
'Cause
I'm
you
doing the set. I started the show, and then they were drinking, they were drunk, and then they clapped. They're like, oh, okay, we're back. And then the birthday girl goes, was that your first applause? And I was like,
Oh,
what?
that was it.
I didn't even know what she was talking about.
That was the moment you hit the iceberg.
Immediately.
That was it.
She goes,
You
was that your
start
first
set,
applause?
They clap for you. Was that your first ever applause you've ever
I
gotten?
was like,
You're like, fuck you.
yeah. If I was at a regular comedy show, I would have been like, first ever, thank you so much. I usually start with a bunch of booing and people shitting in my face. This feels, you could have easily, I bombed that. That everybody laughs at her. They're like, yeah. And now I feel like I'm losing a war here.
Yeah, now she's the comedian.
Now she's the comic.
You're the birthday
She was
girl.
standing up. The spotlight's on her. It's my birthday. I'm in a dress drinking Grey Goose. And
Gay Gooserade.
Gay Goose.
Sorry, but for that one,
You know, that's why the duck said Affleck. He was getting fucked from behind. Oh my God, you're huge.
I don't even know where to go with that.
Keep it in,
I don't
dude.
know where to
Keep
go
it
with
in. So I start doing more jokes. Then one of the cool guys at the show, he's sitting on the couch and he starts heckling me.
This guy sucks.
This guy, I don't even remember what
I
he
have
was.
footage I need to give you because that was the best part of your set. That was
The
so
only
funny.
funny part that I had. Long story short, people are heckling me. Everybody's quiet. Some guy's heckling me and I'm losing. And then he moves to the back. And my only funny point was he said something. He goes, you know what I'm saying? And I said, I haven't known what you were saying the whole show. You've been talking, and I have no idea what you're saying. He goes, it's my second language. Yeah. And I go, retarded.
That was so funny. I died. I don't think, did the audience laugh?
They didn't really. I think they were like, whoa. Yeah. And I was like, that's kind of why I did it. To be like, hey, guys.
I was black guy laughing, pacing around the back of the room, like slapping my knees.
It was a fun little awake
knees.
Moment. It was a splash of water in your face.
It was great.
It was like when you get too close to a skunk. I was like, psst.
I was filming that, and I got to show you the footage because I'm
saw
panning between you and him.
I saw it.
Okay.
I have it on my phone. It's
you
great.
Do? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to put that on the page, baby. You want to check out that set? Check out the Patreon.
Yeah, and then
please. We're hemorrhaging members.
It was fun because then the young people, because that word is fun to whip out, and you're like, when you get a little open, you got to be like,
it's a crossbow.
You got to go boop.
Like, oh man.
Yeah. It feels fun to hit it too, because there's a split second, and your brain just goes launch, and you just go.
There's no time for thought.
I knew you were gonna like it immediately.
Only action. Yeah,
I knew I was.
You throw a retard in, you know I'm a fan. You know I'm buying a season pass to your comedy. If you're throwing around the R word,
he says it once a show, and it's always in a different spot.
It's like Minesweeper, but you want to hit it. There's only one little spike ball. It's the best word in the English language.
So
and then I think you went like...
I tried to do a tag, and it wasn't really funny. I tried. Because I was bombing.
So
I tried to tag a riff.
It's just, dude, I did that too.
It didn't work.
I have a new joke in the same vein of I talk about wearing helmets when you bike or whatever, and I'm like, well, you should wear a helmet sometimes, like if you're trying to get into Six Flags for free. Not even you. And I started tagging it, and the manager's like, hey, buddy, if you could, this bombed so hard. If you can tell me how many flags there are at this place, I'll be able to sneak you in here. And you're like, 7. And he's like, that's good. It was so bad. This is the writing that I came up with on the edible. This is I'm like, oh yeah. This is like edgy Nick Mullen stuff. Just so stupid. I'm gonna get some water real quick, but I do want to fuck. Can I just have some of your water? You've drank none of it.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I just like some.
Because I don't want to. Dude, this is like the beer at the OS.
Shut up, dude. Yeah.
So
keep going.
Back into the set. I'm literally. This is the first time in a while I was sweating, like really sweating.
Yeah, I hate that.
And I was like I was pinned up against the wall. These 22-year-olds who were laughing at each other, heckling me. I'm losing. And then I bombed so bad at one point. I just go. So I hear one of you guys fucked everybody here, and I hear everybody hates you guys. It did not go well.
No,
when I said that after the show. This girl comes up to me. She goes, "I'm the one that fucked everybody." And I was like, "Well, nice to meet you."
It's a pleasure.
Yeah,
she was gorgeous. Also, this really made me mad. We don't need to mention the comic, but
bleep him out.
No, we haven't even said his name.
Oh, I thought you were about to.
No. The first comic was supposed to host and then turned it into a pass the mic situation and didn't tell me. So
he texted me that.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not gonna host for you, Charles.
I'm like, all right. Yeah, there was a sentence though where he's like, I'm not gonna host for you.
Yeah, that was tough. So then I have to. So then I'm bringing him up. I'm like, all right, back to your host, everybody. And then from the back you go, he left. And I'm like, oh great. And then I end my set, which was decent, with a tirade against him.
Oh,
and then I was like, I probably shouldn't have said any of that.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. And then I bring you up. And then we have a 15-minute drink break. And then after the show, we're talking with the people, right? We're mingling. Me and Molly are like getting drunk at this point. And I don't know if you and Heather, did you have any drinks?
Yeah, I had some drinks.
Did Heather?
She had a beer.
Okay. And so this one lady comes up to Molly and I, and of course we find the other Jews. Like it's these two ladies, and they're just all happen to be Jewish. Yeah.
They all attract.
I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of like magnets, I think.
Yeah.
Jews, magnets. We're almost there. We're one step closer to finding the truth. What's the last piece?
To make everybody Jewish.
What do we need?
Hmm.
So I'm talking with, this one who, ample cleavage. So I'm happy where I am.
Ample Hills.
Ample Hills.
Couple Ample Hills in her
Two
chest.
to be exact. And I see Molly talking to this other lady, and she asked her a question, and Molly nods, and then they kind of giggle or whatever. And later, I'm like, "What was that all about?" And Molly was like, she was like, "Yeah, I kind of got a vibe, but are you like into women?" And Molly was like, "Yeah," and then so they started like flirting a little bit. And so this lady was trying to pick her up, not even knowing that we were together.
Whoa!
She said good set to me, and then started to pick up my girlfriend.
Wow!
And then
She tried to gain your trust.
Yeah,
so
I'm like, she's a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, hang out with him. But dude, the whole time she was worried, like on the way there, making comments that she was worried about, oh my God, they're going to be so hot and young, and worried about them swarming to me. Then she gets picked up.
Wow.
She's getting hit on.
Wow.
So, and I'm like, I'm allowed to be a little mad about this.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I was, but I wanted to be, just to prove the
Yeah.
point, just to kind of be right.
Mm-hmm.
The longer you're in a relationship, you're like, justice is really what I'm
Justice
after.
is what I'm
It's
after.
not love.
It's the best thing.
Yeah.
Getting
It's
justice is the best. You can ring that justice bell every now and then.
She loves justice too.
Everybody loves justice. Nobody's going to give it up. It's great. You have a little I told you so.
But the longer you like the justice to forgiveness ratio really grows as the relationship goes on.
Well, you got to It's too much justice, no peace. That's really what it is in a relationship.
Yeah, it's a military state.
Speaking of military state,
I love her.
Some lady called me today because I work in like the military department. She goes, I pick up the phone and I go, "Hello, it's Charles." And she goes, "Let me tell you to you like this," because she was so sick. She just chewed my ear off for like 10 minutes. She goes, "Cease and desist." And I was like, "Shut up with your stupid army words, lady. I'm selling Dell computers, you dumb bitch."
I had that once with a Phillips Morris receptionist.
Really?
Sometimes you have the automated ones, and you can get through by using the automated directory. Love those. Sometimes they're voice enabled. You just say their name.
Oh,
and
that
you
would be
call them.
great.
Oh, it's sweet. It's sweet. Yeah, man.
You miss it.
Sales
Be
sucks.
honest.
I miss it, dude. I crave the structure. I feel less like a comic and more just like an unemployed man. That's really. I'm like, I'm gonna be a comedian, and then I'm just like unemployed. It's a gamble,
Yeah, it's a gamble. Well, that's what's I think.
And
what's
I'm
missing.
not even picking up the dice.
I had that when I was moving.
I'm just putting the money down and letting the wind take it.
I'm a comedian.
Everyone's
Nothing
like, "So
to
what's
do
your
on
plan?" I'm like, "I have savings." That's kind of my plan.
Let's see how long those will go.
Yep. I'm just watching the sand.
Might
drip
watch
through
a
the
new
hourglass.
show.
Yeah, thinking of picking up anime. My life's pretty exciting right now. So my lady's getting picked up by a lady. My life's falling apart, and
you're the hot guy in town. People are talking to you, right? You had a good set.
It was fun. No,
Yeah.
it's fun. It's fun. I don't really care. And I don't even think they've talked. But I'm probably gonna turn my phone off airplane mode and get a text. She's like, "Hey, I'm hanging out with that bitch." Anyway, so this is really where the story starts taking a turn. So we go outside. One of these Jews has some weed. So we go outside. They're Jewish. And what do you want me to call them? Women?
No.
That's derogatory. And we're smoking a joint. And oh my God, I almost just clasped your knee. But you're an Italian guy, so you don't mind a touch.
No.
You're an Italian guy.
Yeah.
We should kiss in the cheek every time we see each other.
Get on camera.
In front of everybody at the club. But just me and you. Yeah, I mean, they have a podcast. What do you expect?
Come on.
You got to keep the bond strong.
Yeah, come on. Gianmarco, get in here.
Anyone who kind of looks like us can participate. So we go out and we the birthday girl, I'm trapped in a story. So Molly's over there smoking the joint. I'm trapped in the story about when she got too high. And it's going on and on and on and on and on and on. And then you come and rescue me. And you're like, "Hey, I got to go. I'm leaving." And as soon as she turns around, I literally run. Do you see me run?
Nice.
I ran to the sliding door, leapt over the ottoman like Mac Robinson himself in front of Adolf Hitler, slid open the glass, and just everybody outside in that it was that like 13-degree weekend.
Ooh, yeah, it was
everyone
so
short
cold.
sleeves, little skirts, hard nipples, live fast, die young. Gunshot. So we smoked the joint, and I've had so many nights with Molly, I would say probably 6, where we get home after considering smoking or finding weed or something, and she's like, "Whew, glad I didn't smoke because I would have gotten pretty spinny." So this time we jumped off the deep end, and we're on the train home, and she starts being like, "Okay, I'm getting a little like I might have to barf on the train." I'm like, "What? Wait, what?
Ooh.
What do you mean?" And also,
has she barfed on the train before?
No. I mean, in the past or with me?
The past.
The past, yeah.
Whew.
I think so.
It's got to be such a brutal.
But let me tell
feeling.
you, it's not as kind of, this is a story that I will tell to our children. This is a story that I think it speaks very highly of her abilities because we get on the train, which first of all, good move instead of the Uber. If it was Uber, I think it would have been guaranteed vomit. You know, the train is just front and back. The Uber's a guy speeding up to red lights.
Yes.
Like it's hell. And it's like $30 to go through Willy Wonka's boat ride for 40 minutes. Yeah, and there's a bunch of small men singing at you in a foreign language. That's what it feels like. You roll down the window and you feel peppermint wind against your cheek.
Uber looper. I don't know. Let's cut that out.
So she's like, no, it'll be fine if I barf on the train. Just like, I'm like, where are you going to do it? Like, you're going to wait for like the next stop. This is Niven Street.
Bergen.
Please stand clear of the closing doors. Bing, ding. Nice. You got one out.
The door's open again.
The last shell. Yes, you got your foot in it. Sorry, guys. Just last one, last load.
That's why there's a crack in between here.
And so she's like, no, I'm just going to throw up in my purse. I know. I'm like, wow, way to take one for the team. So I'm emptying out her whole purse into my backpack, like lipstick, diabetes gear, frying pans, pictures of other men, dicks bigger than mine. It's a big bag. And so I'm clearing this thing for liftoff, and so she can, it's October 31st. We're at the beginning of the night here. We gotta fill up this bowl.
Get an empty pumpkin. You gotta put the guts back in it.
An empty pumpkin. And so I'm dumping out the purse. We get on the train. It's like 1:30. It's packed. It's sleepy. Everyone's too tired to jerk off.
No one's on puke patrol.
No one's on puke patrol. Everyone's looking at their phones or the back of their eyelids. So that's good. And I could see her start swaying, and you just see that visceral concentration, but also like abstraction. You're trying to zoom in, zoom out of being conscious. It's like you're doing a sliding scale of you're like, should I just try to let go, or do I really commit to being in the moment? What's going to prevent the vomit from
you're in
coming
purgatory.
out? And so she realizes she can't hold it in. I'm rubbing her back and everything, and she's doing pretty good, but.
Fingering her just a little.
I'm just a little bit, a little over the panties. Classy stuff. And she finds a doggy bag. So I've emptied out this purse.
Oh wow, she finds it on the subway?
No, in her pocket because she has a dog. Yeah, she finds a bag full of shit, and she's like, "Well, I don't want to clean out my purse. I might as well inhale this anonymous dookie." Oh man, this is a podcast for 10-year-old boys. But I hope you come to the shows, and it's not considered grooming when you become fans. Oh, so she finds this doggy bag, creates a complete seal around her mouth, and then proceeds to vomit silently.
Oh my
God! Like a Prius in a school zone, like just so quiet. Like you hear nothing.
Wow!
On the MTA, no one can hear you puke. It was crazy. The woman across from us didn't even look up.
Wow.
Like, I truly think nobody noticed her, which is so shocking to me. I don't know how you throw up. When I throw up, it's a scream launch. Have you, I threw up in the car with Nick. He was driving to, we were looking at venues to produce a show maybe, and I was feeling sick, basically the whole time. And so I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I got to go home. So we've looked at a few venues. We're on the highway, the Brooklyn Expressway. Sesh texts him to be like, hey, man, you want to do a spot? And he's like, I'm like, yeah, whatever, man. You can do it. I'll just lie in the car. So we're driving for another minute. He pulls over. On the highway, I open the door and just, and it has to be loud. I can't vomit softly. I don't know if it's in my genes. I don't know what it is to ward away predators. It just feels like it's involuntary.
So are you even noticing?
Molly swallowed a silencer.
Yeah,
I'm shattering crystal glasses miles away.
Yeah, do you notice that you're screaming while you're barfing?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, I know I'm screaming, but it's like, it's literally like the muscles are making the noise. It's not up to me. I don't want to be loud. But Molly, and I don't know if it's a Jewish thing, if they had to be quiet. They're if you're in hiding and anyone in the attic has food poisoning, the family is done for. If Anne Frank eats a bad beef and broccoli.
They storm in the house. Where are the Jews?
This is Good Samaritans. We don't have any. Annie, no. Annie, swallow it. Swallow it down for Papa. For your brother.
No.
What was that?
The barf just drips onto the Nazi's face through the floorboards of the attic.
That would be all.
Wow, good for her. That's a Purple Heart. What'd she do with the bag? Leave it under the seat?
No, she threw out the bag. What are you talking about? She threw out the bag. Come on. Of course she threw out the bag.
Can you imagine getting hit in the face
Oh, man.
with a bag of barf? That's something you should have saved for your worst enemy.
I should have frozen like a snowball in July.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep it on your pant loop like a carabiner for when the moment is right.
For when I face my Goliath, I can sling it around. It hits him in the face. He's
He throws up, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how you can
And
run
the
away.
cycle repeats. No, I have a bag under him. You need to be pretty quick. You need to
okay.
follow your shot. If you had a bag under him ready to catch his vomit, to bag it up for the next.
Oh.
I assume you have a lot of nemesis to get through. You got a list.
You got to not only make him barf, but you got to catch his
You got to
barf
catch his barf.
for the bigger boss because
Yeah, right.
only each
That's level
boss
1.
can make another boss throw up.
Right. Yeah. You can only be killed by the throw up of the minor boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're onto a PC game right now. We should develop this game.
I was trying to think of a Pokemon one.
Yeah.
Pokebomb?
Trying to think of what we would call it.
Pukemon?
Pukemon's good.
Pukemon's pretty good.
It's pretty good. You can't get much better, to be honest.
Yeah, that's going to be the episode, guys.
Pukespew
Oh, your name
instead of Pikachu.
Pukespew? Okay, I like Pukespew.
Yeah.
The fact that it's Pukemon already is a little too close to Pikachu. But thanks for playing.
Okay, what else do we got?
Well, you went to Connecticut. Do you want to just talk about Connecticut and then we can get the fuck out of here?
Went to Connecticut, got texted the day of, took the train to Bridgeport. Bridgeport is the weirdest city I've ever been to, I think. It's completely deserted.
Okay.
Bridgeport is so vacant that when I see somebody on the street, I cross the street.
Wow.
Because I can't, I'm like, I don't know who you are, but I know nobody lives in this town. So the fact that you exist, you're bad news.
You're a threat.
You're bad.
You're a threat.
You're bad news.
Keys between the knuckles.
Yeah, I did that. I became
Chucky's ready to
get
brawl.
some Wolverine.
Uh-huh.
You know, screwdriver out, ready to fucking take his glasses apart. Can I see those bifocals? Yeah, let me see. I'll tighten them up.
Wait. Fuck.
I just fucked your prescription up, dude.
He's even the odds.
You know what was weird there? I texted you this, and I don't know if this is a mean thing to say, but there were a couple of black people in each show. Only a couple of black people, right?
That's good.
And every one of them kept their AirPods in the whole time. What is that?
I don't know. They got calls.
I never
That's
saw
the best
that.
case for your AirPods.
First guy,
right in your
the
ears.
first
Safest
guy,
spot
the
they can be.
Yeah,
It's fashion at this point.
yeah, it is like a weird. I saw it the first show. I was like, oh, that guy has his AirPods in. And then there were 4 shows. I was like, oh, that guy has his AirPods in. And I was like, huh.
Either this guy loves comedy so much he's gone to all 4 shows, or maybe you're like, I don't know what's worse to assume.
Yeah.
That this is all one guy or that all black people do this.
And I couldn't tell anybody, but I was like, this is an observation,
It's
right?
a trend. I'm seeing a trend.
I'm doing stats.
They weren't like tapping their foot, right? Like listening to something else.
I don't think so. I
Were
don't
they-
know if they all just had tinnitus and they had to like muffle.
Yeah. What's going on in Bridgeport?
I don't know.
They emit a signal that just repels black people, so that's the only way they can live there is if they have the AirPods
It's
constantly.
like Bird Box. You got to be blind.
Yeah.
It's a quiet place. You can't speak a word.
It's like, God, I hate that black sound. The black noise, rather.
What's it called? Jazz? Hate that shit.
Playing Miles Davis at a high frequency. Certain folks can hear. So is
Get
majority.
that thing on your stomach like an otter's got a coconut, kid.
I don't think
I don't know.
coconut.
It's only coconuts they eat.
No.
Yeah, the Hawaiian otter,
otters eat.
the
Dude, I'm
tropical
really
otter.
now. I thought they beat up shells and the pussy, or like clams or something.
No, it's coconuts. The
All right.
Hawaiian otter is
I'll
coconuts.
just unequivocally believe you. I can't look it up. My phone's filming. My computer's not connected, and that's been the episode, folks.
That's been the app, guys. We will have another. We gotta.
No, the apartment thing was fun. I mean, that was the main thing we wanted to talk about.
Yeah, it's true. There's some fun stuff in there.
Yeah.
I went to
We pooped on the Greyhound together.
That's so
that was,
funny.
That was fun.
Yeah, we had the urinal story.
Oh, also with the apartment, did you? So we got so focused on the fact that I pooped there that we didn't even talk about my experience
Okay.
pooping. Well, it was really the aftermath.
I just don't understand how you're like gonna leave. Like, I can't
it's not
leave
that
it.
bad.
Nope, like the scent.
No, it's not that bad.
All right.
I'm telling you, my fumes are at a low level.
Okay.
I knew it wasn't going to be like a master.
You're like, I just gotta get this Duke
disaster.
out.
Yeah, it's like a pre-show.
Yeah,
you know,
pre-show
just gotta
shit.
get the nerves out.
Yeah, yeah.
But the toilet paper it felt like there was lotion on it.
Whoa.
It was so nice. It felt like a little cherub licking my asshole. You know, they're immortal, so they're very they're like 1,000 years old. They just look like a baby. But yeah, I felt like a little heavenly baby's tongue on my butt. It was so smooth.
Wow.
That was
Did you take
great.
some home?
No.
Did you wipe a little
I was
extra?
looking around. I mean, everything was so well put together. It was, they're living very well.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Great lives.
Yeah.
I like how you said you heard a sentence where they're like, I should have tried harder in college, but I was just too busy partying in Mykonos.
Yeah, that
Sentences where you're like,
that was a sentence that was said.
I pictured me just in that conversation going, same.
Oh my God.
Mykonos, it really pulled me away.
Yeah, Mykonos is a real magnet. Maybe that's it. Jews, magnets, and Mykonos.
Mykonos.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening.
It's hidden in the word.
We had to.
Nose.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. Follow Overshadowed. Please rate us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and such. Check out the clips on Instagram. Yeah, if you know any companies who want to advertise, we would love to get some money in the door. And tell you guys about local, lawn care businesses that your friends might have that you want advertised. Because we know a lot of our listeners got lawns that have been untended for too long.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to want to clip those up, you're going to want to send us a clip of you doing stand-up. And we'll see if we want to work with you. We don't work with bad comics. All right? And everyone we work with has to try stand-up. So it's pretty easy
If
to
you
work
want us
with.
to be.
It's pretty easy to
No
work
payment.
with us. Yeah, we're not going to pay you. We'll give you notes. In the way that like Broadway gives you notes. I'll give you a call. And
tell you you're stupid and dumb and hang up on you.
give you 2 spots.
Give you 2 spots and say we're not going to pass you.
Good. All right, well let's give the last plug just so we can stop.
Sorry.
Recording. Follow the podcast on Instagram. You can find me at Zach Russell Comedy on the internet.
You can find me at Charles_Engle. It's ENGLE on the internet. Also, if you're here in New York, we run a weekly show every Tuesday.
Yeah, we do.
Called Freestyle Comedy at the Bowery Electric. If you want to come and check us out. If you do follow us on Instagram, you can pay attention to our stories. We're always posting where else in the city and out of town that we're going to be. If you follow us and tell your friends, we'll be able to go to more towns, hopefully a one nearby where you live. I almost had that sentence.
You're close.
Yep.
You're close.
And give us a follow. Spread the word. Life is hard. Help us out.
Dude, spare $1.
Come on.
Any change?
Please.
Yeah, no, go to the Patreon and shit. We'll put videos up.